Good afternoon and welcome to this edition of DMS 3000 News Live. It is episode 68 on this Tuesday, November 7th, 2023. And I'm your host, Jason DeCanio, welcoming you to another edition. It's Election Day 2023. And even though we're not voting for the President of the United States, which we should be to vote that sucker out of the White House right now for what he's doing to our country, go out there and vote if you haven't already. Even though there are some important races in your county or your city or your state that need to be addressed, take this opportunity if you feel you need to. I didn't vote this year because nothing was really going on in our state. A lot of, little bills. There was one for the Oviedo mayor, but I know that Grayson Duke will win because he's been kind of like floating around as the mayor around here as far as what his campaign is. Half of the people I don't even know of in our races for mayor or, for that matter, for any kind of Oviedo Senate. And I should know. I've been down here 28 years. You would think, they would give us some more information about themselves. Whatever the case is, that was a kind of a bad excuse, but I didn't foresee any reason to vote this year because there was really nothing on the table for me to vote for that would have affected me. I did get a sample ballot. Yes, I do get those, and had taken a look and seen what was on the ballot this year, and drew my own conclusions from that. So you can love me, you can hate me, you can say I'm not patriotic enough, but my decision. That is your choice. If you feel you need to go out there and vote, if you don't feel you need to go out and vote on certain things, then don't do it. It's your right. You have that right. Nobody can put you in jail for it. I don't think the voting police are going to come and go and put you in jail if that was the case. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and get ready to go for another edition of the show. First up on the block today for one of the articles is tapping the brakes on self-driving cars. Tech Community, or the tech commentary by James Meggs. We're going to look at self-driving cars eventually, cars that drive themselves, and why do you want to keep tapping the brakes on these things, considering the fact that maybe you just want to play footsie with the foot pedals? I don't know. Well, we'll look and see what James Meggs has to say about self-driving cars. And you are what you don't eat, how food became politicized by Noah Rothman. Yes, we'll be looking at what if you don't know what you don't eat. It's not as bad as you think. What you don't know can't hurt you, right? So we'll look at that as well. It's something to do with organic food. You might find it very interesting. And denying Shakespeare, the 150-year history of conspiracy theorists and their efforts to prove that the man from Stratford was not the author by John Gross. We'll delve into Shakespeare and see if this man is truly who he is, who he says he is. We all have read Shakespeare. We've all dreaded it. We've all misunderstood it in some way, shape, or form. Now we're going to see with this commentary whether or not we were really reading his work or not. We'll see. Who knows? We don't really know. We'll take a look at that commentary, though, later on in the program. What day is today is also up on the block, plus headlines, sports, and other important information. Oh, yeah, we got football for you today. Football scores from week number 10. Yeah, this is getting down to the nitty-gritty here, folks. It's just one of those things that, when you get the NFL in there, I did listen to the Monday Night Football last night. I was not too happy. I'll have some other important information to give to you about the Jets on that, okay? And, of course, our motivation of the day, which we'll take from our friend from I actually truly want to give you the guy's name, and I keep forgetting the guy's name every time we take care of this because it's only a little bit of at the end here. It's the Daily Motivator, and that's where we get our motivation stuff now from. And it's a great site because we've used it just twice already, and it has uh, fantastic commentaries on it. And now you don't want to come up there and all right. So this is by Ralph Marston, the Daily Motivator, and today we've got one for you that's very good, very short but very entertaining. We'll look at that motivation of the day at the very end of the program. All right. So let's go ahead and get to the headlines, sports, and other important information. These are the headlines for today, November 7th, 2023, on this Tuesday afternoon. Things are moving very slowly today, and I don't know why. Oh, my goodness. And 5 candidates will face off in Miami. Here's how to watch the third GOP debate. 5 Republican candidates, minus the front runner, are set to debate in Florida on Wednesday night. Here's who will be there and who won't be, and how to watch. If Democrat Brandon Presley wins in Mississippi, it would buck 20 years of precedent. National Democrats think Mississippi Governor Tate Reeves is vulnerable. They're pouring millions to help challenger Brandon Presley, a public service commissioner with a famous last name. Maybe, who knows? The largest musical instrument in the world is underground in a Virginia cave. Luray Caverns in Northern Virginia is celebrating 50 years of being a national natural landmark. It's also the place that holds the largest musical instrument in the world, which is basically an organ, a stalactite organ. And I think Mr. Rogers went to that cavern in the 90s, if I'm not mistaken, to play with Eric Kloss. So we're going to look that episode up, and then we'll bring it to you tomorrow to see if it's actually Luray Caverns. Okay. Syphilis among newborns continues to rise. Pregnant moms need treatment, CDC says. Unless mothers are treated during pregnancy, newborns can sicken, die, or face lifelong disabilities. The CDC is urging public health providers to connect more people to testing and medication. Antibiotics that fight deadly infections in babies are losing their power, as new research finds that the most commonly prescribed antibiotics in Southeast Asia are only 50% effective at treating sepsis and meningitis in newborns. It's a cause for global concern. No daddy shark in sight. Zoo greets a cute shark pup after apparent parthenogenesis. Yes. What if the song Baby Shark stopped after just 2 stanzas? There's no daddy shark in sight at a Chicago area zoo where an epaulet shark pup hatched this summer. Whoa. Portugal's prime minister resigns over corruption investigation. Antonio Costa asserted his innocence but said he must resign amid an investigation implicating members of his government. Does national politics trump all? Kentucky voters are about to find out. Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron, who's challenging incumbent Governor Andy Beshear, is trying to turn the gubernatorial race into a referendum on national politics. What is Gaza's Rafah crossing and why is it important? The Rafah border crossing, operated by Egyptian authorities, is the only Gaza crossing not directly controlled by Israel. Now it is the only entry point for aid and exit point for those able to leave. Gaza's hospitals report growing threats from Israeli airstrikes. The Israeli military says that it has not hit any hospitals, but medical facilities are on its radar because it says Hamas is hiding in tunnels underneath medical facilities in Gaza. And key Virginia elections, all 140 seats of the Virginia legislature are up for grabs this cycle. Voters are weighing in on whether they want to keep divided government. Key Texas elections. Texas voters are casting their ballots on a variety of statewide races. 2 mayoral races are also on the ballot this year in Uvalde and Houston. And in Rhode Island, the voters are casting ballots in 2 special state legislative elections as well. Pennsylvania, you're voting on casting ballots on a variety of statewide races too. Please do the right thing in Pennsylvania. Please. And also in Ohio, they're deciding whether to approve a measure that would amend Ohio's constitution to guarantee the right to an abortion. Key New Jersey elections. New Jersey residents are voting for their state legislature this cycle. And in Mississippi, national Democrats are increasingly convinced Mississippi incumbent Governor Tate Reeves is vulnerable. They poured millions to help his challenger, Brandon Presley. And in Maine, you have a variety of ballot initiatives before them this cycle. In Kentucky, one of the most closely watched races this cycle is in Kentucky. Incumbent Andy Beshear is the blue governor in a red state, running in a race where national politics has been made a primary issue. In Colorado, your voters are faced with several ballot initiatives this cycle. And in Connecticut, voters are heading to the polls to decide 4 mayoral races. And there you have it, folks. The headlines for today, November 7th, 2023. Lots going on Election Day today as well. In the NBA, scores coming up to you right now. A lot of action last night in the NBA. And I listened to the Bucks and Nets game, and I was not too happy. And I'll give you my commentary on that just a little bit here. Warriors take care of the Pistons 120-109. It was the Pacers clumping the Spurs in Indiana 152-111. The 76ers pounced the Wizards 146-128. The Mavericks take care of the Magic in Orlando 117-102. It was the Knicks over the Clippers 111-97. The Heat barely get by the Lakers, beat them out by 108-107. Bucks upset the Nets in Brooklyn, 129-125. I'll be talking more about that in just a little bit here. Celtics lose to the Timberwolves, 114-109. Timberwolves put an upset on the Celtics there for a little bit. Bulls over the Jazz, 130-113. Rockets over the Kings, 122-97. Thunder over the Hawks, 126-117, and the Denver Nuggets beating up on the Pelicans, 134-116. There are no games today. Really? Well, that's weird. Yeah, there is. Why would it say tomorrow? That's weird. Let me see what this one says. Okay. There's absolutely no games on Election Day? That is weird. That is very weird. So I'm looking at it. There's no game. So everybody's got off today on Election Day. Wow. Okay. Interesting to take a day off on that. We go to NHL. My way. You wanted to hear my commentary on the Bucks Nets game. Okay, let me put it to you really quickly here. Nets fans, you know we've been dealing with this situation for how many flipping years? Jacques Vaughn, you know we've been dealing with this situation for how many years? You guys cannot get any calls in your favor when you're playing the Bucks, the Celtics, or any high team in the high standings that has won current championships over the past 5 years. Face it, you're never going to get a call against 34 on the Milwaukee. You're never going to get a call on Tatum. Forget about it. Stop trying to go after these guys. Play your defense correctly and stop doing back taps. Okay, stop playing volleyball and grab those damn rebounds. When you're going up for a shot, go in there and crash the boards. Stop one and dunning the damn freaking ball. I'm sick and tired of these puke heads who you call yourselves NBA players. Let me tell you something. You're not true NBA players. You're not a Jordan. You're not a Pippen. You're not a freaking Drazen Petrovic. You're not a Chris Morris. You're not a Sam Bowie. Okay? You're not any of those guys that played over 40 years ago who were actually crashing rebounds, block shots, and doing everything else in the book to make their team win games. Okay, there's 5 guys on a lineup here. Okay, 40 guys on a team. All right, and you got reserves, right? The 5 that's on the court is supposed to be going in there doing offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, up-tempo, everything in the book. And you guys are slowly, we're out of shape. We're so tired. Dude, I'm 326 pounds. I'm a fat dude. I'm 46 years old. Okay? You are in the best shape of your life, and you're telling me you can't get up and down a court for 48 minutes? What kind of excuses are you throwing out there, Brooklyn? You guys act like you have not competed in 10 years. Okay? And I have no sympathy for you, Jacques Vaughn. You are a great coach. You are a very good coach. Okay? Nothing taken away from you. But when you go out there and try to get calls against a team like the Milwaukee Bucks that are going to railroad you every time, dude, you guys were up by 10 points. And you let them go on a 12-4 run and win the game. That is typical Brooklyn Nets basketball, folks. It's typical Brooklyn Nets basketball. We've seen it. I've had to deal with it for 25 years, man. I've been following the team for 30-plus years. I know this team in and out. Don't tell me I don't know anything about Brooklyn Nets basketball. You're not going to challenge me, and you're not going to win me over, okay? I know it. I've seen it. They play lackluster defense every time. And lackluster defense is not going to win you championships. One and done on offense is not going to win you championships. Slowly dribbling the ball up the court is not going to win you championships. You got to go in there and crash boards. You got to go there and aggressively get that basketball and take it down the floor. Stop settling for three-pointers. They will come. Cam Thomas, how much more can you do by yourself? 43 points, fantastic, great. But you were the only guy out there scoring effectively, okay? Everybody else, you all contributed. I seen your points. But really, folks, bottom line is, if Brooklyn wants to contend this year, and I know everybody wants them to be a dominant force, this is supposed to be Brooklyn's year. We said this how many times before, okay? Well, we're 3-4 in the year in 7 games. Terrible start. Still the beginning of the season. I'm not going to dwell on it. But we got to play better than this. Much better than this. And Jacque Vaughn, I'm tired of you going up to the media and saying, well, you know, we didn't get those calls last night. And I kept telling my guys pretty much, look, honestly, Jacque Vaughn, you need to tell your guys that they got to get their heads out of their asses quickly. Okay? This is ridiculous. You guys are supposed to be over 500, 6-1 for your record instead of 3-4. All right, and you're not showing your fans anything but how to lose and how to lose royally, especially to a Bucks and Celtics team that came into your arena. You gave up 2 great games to 2 great teams. You lose by 10 to the Celtics and you lose by 4 to the freaking Bucks. Come on, guys. Inexcusable. We'll see how they fare over the next couple of days. NHL, let's go to it. Canucks. Let's see where I'm going here. Devils, okay, that was Sunday. This is, okay, yesterday. Panthers over the Blue Jackets 5-4. It was the Maple Leafs in overtime, upsetting the Lightning 6-5. Bruins beat the Stars 3-2, and the Canucks over the Oilers 6-2. Tonight's games, Lightning and Canadiens at 7 o'clock. Sabres and Hurricanes at 7 in Carolina. The Islanders will host the Wild at 7:30 in New York. The Rangers will play the Red Wings in the Garden at 7:30. Jets and Blues at 8 o'clock in St. Louis. Kraken at the Coyotes, 9 o'clock. Predators at the Flames at 9 o'clock. Penguins and the Ducks at 10 o'clock. Devils will play the Avalanche in Colorado at 10 tonight, and the Flyers and the Sharks will play each other in San Jose at 10:30. All right, when we come back, we'll look at what day is today. We'll take a break. Be right back right after this.
He's beautiful.
Why, thank you.
Oh, Rosie, I got my baby's first pictures. Look.
Oh, cute. The baby's first spill.
Quick, Rosie, my pictures.
Relax. Bounty's so fast it gets spilled before they get away.
That was fast.
Bounty's the quicker picker-upper. Take a look. See how much faster Bounty soaks up liquid? The other towel pushes it along and lets it get away.
Bounty is quicker.
And it's tough. Look.
Now, even with cleanser, you can scrub with Bounty.
That's one tough towel.
Mm-hmm. And this is one beautiful baby. She must take after her father. Bounty's the quicker picker-upper. Gets spilled before they get away.
This is not what you want in a shave. Now you've got the edge. This is the shave with 6 rich lubricants. This is the shave that reduces irritation. This is the shave. For less irritation, you've got the Edge. Edge Soothing Aftershave. Alcohol is out. Aloe is in.
Mamma mia, that's some species. Cut. Spicy meatballs, Jack. Sorry. Take 28. Out, Tony. And action. Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball. Cut. What was the matter with that? The accent. Huh. Cut. Cut. Micey, ballsy. Cut. Take 59. And action. Jack.
Sometimes you eat more than you should. And when it's spicy besides, Mamma Mia, do you need Alka-Seltzer? Alka-Seltzer can help unstuff you, relieve the acid indigestion, and help make you your old self again.
Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball. Cut. Okay, let's break for lunch.
Attention, Keebler. I'm looking for a few good cookies.
You love our E.L. Fudge sandwich cookies.
They're shaped like elves. Don't you guys take cookie making seriously?
Yes, sir, very seriously.
Present Fudge About Face.
Excellent. Carry on, Keebler.
As you were, fellas.
Keebler E.L. Fudge. 3 delicious sandwich cookies in elf shapes.
Fun shapes.
Sensation in her blue jeans, a touch of temptation, if you know what I mean. Making me crazy till I'm just about gone. Is it what she's got going or what she's got on? Sensation.
Available at Williams Department Stores, BJ's Clothing, and Don's Fashions for the family.
Look at that. They're tormenting us, Tom Tom. They're eating that delectable Panda Express Beijing beef right in front of us while we're stuck here with this bamboo.
Well, that is completely uncalled for. You people are lame.
You're lame.
I say we turn our backs and protest.
I'm with you, pal.
Introducing Panda's new Beijing beef. Crispy strips of marinated beef with a tangy sweet and spicy sauce. It just might be our tastiest dish yet, and it's only at Panda Express.
Talk to the backside, people.
Talk to the backside, people. Yes, indeed. Welcome back to DMS 3000 News Live. It's episode 68 on this Tuesday, November 7th, 2023, and a happy election day to you. Forgot to cover the NFL real quick, so let's go back there and look at those scores from week 9. I'm sorry, I'm a week ahead. On Thursday night on November 2nd, the Steelers upset the Titans 20-16. The Dolphins lose to the Chiefs 21-14. It was the Vikings over the Falcons 31-28. Bears lose to the Saints 24-17. Packers crushed the Rams 20-13. Commanders upset the Patriots 20-17. Ravens take care of the Seahawks 37-3. And the Texans edge the Buccaneers 39-37. Ooh, the Browns shut out the Cardinals 27-0. It was the Colts over the Panthers 27-13. Raiders look like the Giants didn't even show up for the game. Raiders win 30-6. Cowboys lose to the Eagles in that big game that they needed to get. They lose by 5, 28-23. Bengals over the Bills 24-18, and in the total upset, the Chargers come into the Jets, totally punish the Jets for no reason, and they win 27-6. And I must say, I'll give commentary to this Monday Night Football game. You Jets look like, what was the heck was that 3-game winning streak that we had against the Giants? What happened with all those games? What happened? We just didn't want to show up on Monday Night Football. We don't like playing on Monday Night Football. No excuses. You guys are really just kind of just strimming here. We had a 3-game winning streak. A 3-game winning streak. Guys, you can't fool around with this stuff here. These are important games to win, and you're not winning them. And then to only get 2 field goals, inexcusable. You show great confidence against the Giants and the other teams that you won on the streak last 3 weeks. What happened? Why did you let the Chargers intimidate you? I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. They look, and I was listening to the game last night on my Sirius XM app, and I seriously thought that the Jets were just like hanging around, and the Chargers were just going in there and doing what the heck they wanted to do, and they did everything possible. If you probably look at the plays, the play-by-play on YouTube, you probably see what I was talking about. Oh, we're just standing around. Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to tackle this guy. Oh, I got sacked. Zach Wilson again got sacked like 3 or 4 times. Gee whiz. Typical Jets and a typical loss. But those are your scores for this past week 9. And hope your teams won, especially you Philly team, you Eagles guys. You Eagles fans who basically just, pummeled the Cowboys, even though it was a close game by 5. All right, what day is today? Well, on top of it being Election Day, we have one food, National Bittersweet Chocolate with Almonds Day. It's an opportunity to celebrate the sumptuous combination of chocolate and almonds. And nearly 40% of all the world's almonds end up in some form of chocolate, most often a candy bar. The pairing is one of the oldest known recipes using chocolate. While National Bittersweet Chocolate with Almonds Day, held on November 7th, is sponsored by the National Confectioners Association. It's primarily an online celebration involving dark chocolate and almond lovers. So the timeline started in 1830. J.S. Fry & Sons, a British chocolate maker, devised a way to turn cocoa into a solid bar. In 1853, cocoa tariffs are lifted. This made chocolate accessible to more than just the upper class. In 1920, the Mounds Bar was born. Hershey's Mounds Bar, made with coconut and dark chocolate, hits the shelves. In 1925, cocoa became big business. The U.S. Cocoa Exchange opened in New York City to facilitate cocoa transactions. 1938, the government endorsed chocolate. The federal government, recognizing the nutritional value of chocolate, added it to the meal rations for U.S. troops. So, dip it at home. Buy a nice big bar of dark chocolate along with a jar of almonds to make your own dipped almonds at home. You might add a teaspoon or 2 of cornstarch to thicken the chocolate sauce. Sprinkle them with some sea salt to add extra flavor. You have plenty to choose from. You've got Hershey's Special Dark with Almonds, or a Mounds Bar, which includes shaved coconut. Mounds Sister Bar Almond Joy features milk chocolate, or the Dove Silky Smooth promises dark chocolate and almond. And one might tour a chocolate factory today. The kids will love you for it. There's Hershey's in the obviously named Hershey, Pennsylvania. You can also hit the theme park next door. The Sanders and Morley Candy Makers Chocolate Factory in Clinton Township, Michigan, offers a free tour, as does Hammond's Candies in Denver. And for those people who don't know, who live in Florida like myself, there is the Chocolate Kingdom tour in Kissimmee, in Old Town. I don't know if they're still there, but if they are, go check them out. You get for what? I think it's about $15 per person. You get a tour of the factory, the history of chocolate and all of its glory, and get to sample some and make your own chocolate. It's a very interesting tour, worth its weight in gold. It runs about an hour. Great way to kill an hour if you don't got anything else to do. Check it out. All right, 5 reasons why we love. 5 reasons why chocolate's healthier than you think. Experiments on rats have shown that the fat in cocoa is actually less fattening than the fat in other fatty foods. Researchers show cocoa works as an anti-inflammatory agent in humans. Consumption of cocoa thins the blood and improves circulation to the brain. It's thought to improve vision as a result. Dark chocolate in particular contains antioxidants that can improve the condition of your skin. And dark chocolate contains fiber and offers all the health benefits that fiber brings, including satisfying your appetite. And why we love this National Bittersweet Chocolate with Almonds Day? Well, the origins of combining dark chocolate and almonds are unknown, but whoever did it knew what they were doing. There's something about the taste and texture of almonds that just works alongside the bittersweet taste of dark chocolate. And while there's plenty of fat in dark chocolate-covered almonds, health benefits do exist when eaten in moderation. The antioxidants in dark chocolate, combined with the vitamins and proteins in almonds, offer a snack that can help reduce cardiovascular disease. Well, and also it's made in the USA. The U.S. is the world's largest producer of almonds, and the majority of production happens in California. One Sacramento plant churns out more than 2 million pounds of almonds each day. Interesting. And so that's a look at what day is today. Wow. Woo. 4:30 right now here at WJDC Studios in beautiful Oviedo, Florida, and it is a gorgeous day out there temperature-wise via the David 3000 Network. When we come back, the first of our 3 articles, Tapping the Brakes on Self-Driving Cars, the tech commentary by James B. Miggs. We'll be right back right after this.
Peppermint Patty's invited herself, Marcy, and Franklin over for Thanksgiving dinner.
Don't you know anything about Thanksgiving dinners?
Thanksgiving is more than eating. We should just be thankful for being together.
Pinocchio, did you know that chocolate nuts coffee is rich and strong?
Paige, I know. I can smell it a mile away. Chocolate Nuts coffee is so rich and so strong, you get twice as many cups.
Pinocchio.
I meant 1/3 more cups.
Well, that's more like it.
And to me, coffee that smells best tastes best.
Chocolate Nuts is that heavenly coffee. Better coffee a millionaires money can't buy.
The Mr. Clean Magic Eraser now comes with the fresh scent of Febreze. The Magic Eraser gets in and tackles what's caked on, built up, even downright scummy. The magical cleaning power wipes out tough grime and grit. And the Febreze freshness draws people in. The Mr. Clean Magic Eraser with Febreze freshness. It's a fresh take on tough cleaning.
Please feel right at home. I want to teach you a game called, amusingly enough, Stay Alive. It's quite deadly. To win, you eliminate your opponents like this, or they eliminate you. It's great fun. I'd be happy to teach you how to play, but there's no one left. I'm the sole survivor. Stay Alive from Milton Bradley.
Ever see the look on someone's face who's just won $100,000? You want drama? Watch this game show, The $100,000 Pyramid with Dick Clark, today at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific, only on Game Show Network.
I'm all about great meals in 30 minutes or less. Like today's savory mustard chicken baguette. It's so easy. You start with some fire-grilled chicken breast. Get a fresh warm baguette, lettuce, tomato, and a savory mustard sauce with beef from Madagascar. It's even quicker if you let Burger King make it.
Flavor from fire grilling, not from fat. The new savory mustard chicken baguette from Burger King. Come on over. The fire's ready.
What? Every cook needs a day off.
Welcome back to DMS 3000 News Live. Episode 68 is upon us right now, and we're ready for our first commentary today. Tapping the Brakes on Self-Driving Cars, the tech commentary by James B. Miggs. Well, this was back in December of 2021 from the Science, Nature, and Technology section. In 1956, GM unveiled a high-tech concept car called the Firebird 2. If ever there was a car of the future, this was it. The sleek four-seater was powered by a jet engine, featured a titanium body, and sported a central tail fin that would have done the Batmobile proud. But the car's most futuristic feature wasn't visible on the outside. The Firebird 2 could drive itself, or at least GM promised such a car would be able to navigate unassisted in the not-so-distant future. General Motors released a slick promotional film showing how an all-American family would take a road trip in the Firebird 2 in the Halcyon era to 2 decades hence. After a brief radio conversation with the control tower, Dad steers the car into the high-speed safety lane and is instructed to take his hands off the wheel. You're now under automatic control, the tower informs him. Dad stows away the steering wheel and lights up a cigar while his wife and 2 kids enjoy cold drinks from the onboard dispenser. Their jet-powered car serenely steers itself down an almost empty highway, passing desert landscapes and elegant buildings straight out of the Jetsons. Wow, look at that. Interesting. James B. Miggs is a senior fellow at the Manhattan Institute and a co-host of How Do We Fix It podcast and the former editor of the Popular Mechanics. Wow. Short and to the point. What an interesting concept here. My only regret for that is that here we are now in the future. That article was written almost, 2 years ago, and we still haven't even seen anything like that, let alone the fact that, okay, Back to the Future Part 2 kind of graced us with the inspiration of the hoverboard, which we saw, and it was a total flop. Flying cars, and, of course, the Jetsons back in the 60s kind of took on a life of its own with all of that. But I still think to this day, people are responsible for getting to where they need to go. You give that up and you program where you are. I don't think it's still safe. People still need to be in control of their cars, like we all need to be in control of our finances. We still need to have some sort of responsibility when we take control of any kind of automated product or mechanical thing that needs to be taken care of. We can't think of the lazy way of doing things. If we were to sit back and just have everything be automated for us like the Jetsons, life would be great, but it would also be boring. Work hours and short would be only from 11 to 3. That's 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Oh, these 4-hour work weeks are killing me. Or these 4-hour work days are killing me. Yeah, go in at 11, come home at 3 o'clock. Not bad. And get paid a lot of money for that. The one thing that we always noticed about the Jetsons is they always said they were poor. Well, how could you say you're poor when you got all these automatical things going on here in a futuristic world? How could you say that you are not up to date with everything? Yeah, you got it all done. Automatic dishwashers, automatic toothbrushes, dressers, a bed that wakes you up, basically, that pops up like a toaster, automated walkways, flying cars, and you're telling me you're poor? The Jetsons always made us imagine what we needed to really imagine. That was the future in its own way, but still something that we are still far behind, even at this very moment in 2023. Wow. Don't know if we're ever going to see flying cars. If I'm ever going to get to see a flying car before my time is up. Not sure when that's going to be, but All right, let's go to the next commentary. You are what you don't eat. How food became politicized by Noah Rothman. These are commentaries that are going fast here. So let's look at this next one. I would have thought the one on the Firebird would have been a lot longer to read. But, it is what it is. Okay, so the next one coming up on the commentaries is You Are What You Don't Eat. This was by Noah Rothman. It's how food became politicized from July and August of 2022 in Progressive's section. Cook's Burritos, a food truck that served patrons in Portland, Oregon, was a smashing success. Its proprietors became local celebrities. In one interview with a Portland journalist, the truck owners, Callie Wilgus and Liz Connolly, confessed that they had the idea for their little food truck following a trip to Mexico. There, they fell in love with the cuisine, asked local chefs to share their recipes and techniques, and brought them back to the Pacific Northwest. Soon enough, the phenomenon's origin story became a subject of outrage. The two women were accused by the city's identity-obsessed press of being white cooks bragging about stealing recipes from Mexico. In 2017, the Portland Mercury placed their names on an ignoble list of white-owned appropriative restaurants, exclaimed the Mercury, Because of Portland's underlying racism, the people who rightly own these traditions and cultures that exist are already treated poorly. Wilgus and Connolly were accused of erasing and exploiting their already marginalized identities for the purpose of profit and praise. Cook's online reviews went south and business dried up. The truck was soon forced to fold, not because the food these two women made was bad, but because it was good. Oh boy. There you go. Noah Rothman, the associate editor of commentary and the author of The Rise of the New Puritans, Fighting Back Against Progressives, The War on Fun and Unjust, Social Justice, and the Unmaking of America. Wow. I guess we're going to be going through a lot of these commentaries quickly. Short commentaries today. All right, finally, now the Denying Shakespeare, the 150-year history of conspiracy theorists and their efforts to prove that the man from Stratford was not the author. Let's take a look at John Gross. And hopefully this is going to be a long commentary where we can actually get some insight and a little bit of a break as well, too. Let's put it up there. I'm going to go ahead and delete the other ones. Whoops, delete, and we go now to Denying Shakespeare. Let's hope that this one's a little bit longer here. This is from back in March of 2010 in the literature section. Denying Shakespeare, the 150-year history of conspiracy theorists and their efforts to prove that the man from Stratford was not the author. Here's what John Gross has to say. We know more about the life of William Shakespeare than is commonly supposed, more than we do about any other playwright of his time apart from Ben Jonson. Well, that doesn't mean that there is not a great deal we don't know. The record, dating back to the last years of the 16th century and the first years of the 17th, is full of blanks and uncertainties. And undercutting everything else, there is the big question. Did he write the plays and poems that have been attributed to him? Such, at any rate, is what millions of people have been encouraged to think of as the big question. But in reality, it is no question at all. The most that can be said is that, like other Elizabethan and Jacobean playwrights, Shakespeare sometimes collaborated with colleagues. But the idea that William Shakespeare was not the man who wrote the works of Shakespeare flies in the face of both evidence and common sense. It is not even an interesting theory, but rather quite simply a delusion. Oh my goodness. There you have it. I struck out with 3 short commentaries. Oh boy. Well, when we come back, we're going to look at some more commentaries. Ones I thought were a little bit much longer than this, because we still got another hour to go. But who knows? We may even end this program early today. We'll see. When we come back, right after this.
What kind of man whistled the Old Spice tune?
He's my daddy.
My practically perfect husband.
You can count on him.
He's the captain of my ship.
He's a friend.
The Old Spice man, a man's man.
Clean, refreshing Old Spice. It's the favorite scent of the American man, and he'll never change his tune.
And I love him for it.
Old Spice.
You haunt me, my friend. Everywhere I go, you're there. Kiev, Buenos Aires, Budapest. But not this time. At long last, victory is mine.
Doobie, doobie, doo, doo, doo.
Drink Bud Ice, but beware the penguins.
When it's time for a thicker, chunky chocolate bar, but all you have is a thin chocolate bar, and you really want to bite into the deep, rich chocolate taste of Chunky, you could try to build your own Thickerer Chunky. But it won't work, because Thickerer is more than the way Chunky looks. Thickerer is the way Chunky tastes. Chunky, 4 delicious varieties.
In trying to make an artistic statement, one should be careful not to let one's personal aroma do the talking. In order not to offend the critics, I recommend Right Guard Sport Stick. It provides maximum protection and the freshest scents, a sublime palette of odoriferous emanations. After all, a true artiste should be remembered for his inspiration, not his perspiration. Right Guard Sports Stick. Anything less would be uncivilized.
Oh, gosh, you look wonderful.
Thank you. Sir?
Right, run.
Do you think they're gonna be surprised?
Oh, yeah.
How's school today?
It was okay.
Welcome home, soldier. Thank you, sir. Hey.
Oh my god! Oh my god! What are you doing here?
Speedway salutes our troops and their safe journey home.
Don't miss the sensational Sharp Home Entertainment Sale at The Wiz. Every Sharp VCR, rack system, portable microwave, and TV is on sale during the sharpest Columbus Week sale ever. Nobody beats The Wiz on this Sharp VHS VCR with wireless remote unreal at $288. On the Sharp high-tech 19-inch color TV with remote unstoppable at $299. On the Sharp AM/FM cassette breakaway, unbelievable at $47.
Nobody beats the Wiz. Nobody beats the Wiz.
The Sharp Columbus Week sale now at all 11 Wiz stores.
Welcome back to DMS 3000 News Live. It is episode 68, and we are here on this November 7th, 2023. Well, I think what had happened was with the commentary.org, why they cut my article short, they want me to subscribe or sign in. I'm telling you, whatever happened to the free website of commentaries? You know, that's where all the good stuff is, actually. But no, they want you to basically subscribe to their little website, pay a price for more stuff. Well, let's go to the Reader's Digest and find some things that might interest you here. That's got a lot of good stuff here. So let's look at, here's an article on food. This is from The Healthy area. This is from Colleen Oakley, updated on October 17, 2023, where this is the #1 cheapest grocery store in the United States. It is possible to save money on groceries and still have a pleasant shopping experience. If you head to these cheap grocery stores, the answer is a resounding yes. If you feel like your trips to the grocery store have been burning a bigger hole in your wallet lately, you're not imagining things. Even shopping at cheap grocery stores is increasingly expensive. According to the latest Consumer Price Index figures, prices at grocery stores have been up 2.4% over the past year. And on top of inflation, there's shrinkflation when product sizes shrink, but their prices don't. A sneaky grocery store secret they're hoping you don't notice. In short, it's more important than ever to find the best deals. But saving money on groceries is just one of the things that defines the best grocery stores. A new survey conducted by Market Force asked 6,555 U.S. consumers about their grocery shopping habits, touching on brand preference, customer experience, brand engagement, and brand awareness, and which stores offer the best value for their money. We rounded up the top 10 to make sure your dollar goes further on your next shopping trip. So the number 10 on the list is Trader Joe's. And in addition to its cool vibe, unique and often healthy products, courteous cashiers, quick checkout, and store cleanliness, Trader Joe's prices are excellent. It's the prices that really draw people in, says Clark Howard, founder of money site Clark.com. Trader Joe's sells some brand name products under its own private label at half off what you'd pay at the traditional supermarket. Items here rank high among the things money experts tend to buy cheap. Another impressive feature that sets apart Trader Joe's, its prices are the same at every store in the country, whether you're shopping in New York City or Kansas. And in addition to Trader Joe's being one of the best brands for groceries, A 2023 Axios Harris poll on corporate reputation ranked it number 4 among companies in all industries, confirming it is one of the most trustworthy places to shop. Number 9 is BJ's Wholesale Club. Warehouse clubs are known for their great deals, so it's no huge surprise that BJ's made the list of the best cheap grocery stores. But according to Warehouse Club Focus editor Michael G. Clayman, BJ's has the biggest selection among warehouse clubs with 5,550 different items for sale. Sam's has about 4,648, while Costco stocks 3,620. And while it's known for big savings on big quantities, BJ's is the only warehouse club that offers supermarket-like products in smaller quantities. You can go there and save money and not have to buy those gigantic sizes, says retail analyst Phil Lempert, the founder of Supermarket Guru. The superstore also often offers loads of promotions and rewards so you can counter the grocery store items with the highest markups. It accepts manufacturers' coupons, which you can stack with BJ's coupons, and also provides discounts on special services like travel, home improvement, and insurance. You can even get free maintenance on car tires. Improving convenience and expanding access is also a major initiative. And BJ's was the first wholesale club available on DoorDash, allowing non-members to receive a selection of products on demand, and also offers same-day select, which delivers groceries to BJ's customers in 2 hours or less. Next up is Sam's Club. Out of the 3 major warehouse club chains, Sam's Club has the most affordable fees at $50 a year. While also cheap grocery stores, BJ's and Costco have membership fees that will cost you $55 and $60 respectively. And here's a hot tip. Always Google membership deals before signing up for any warehouse club. Sam's often offers a new member discount. Right now, the first year of the club membership is only $15, which is like getting a $35 off coupon when you join. Independent sites such as Groupon and Stack Social also offer deals on these annual memberships. At press time, Stack Social was offering one for just $24.99. And of course, the deals are great once you're there. But our favorite in-store Sam's Club perk is that you don't have to wait in the checkout line, ever. Use Sam's Scan and Go app to scan and pay as you shop. You can also hit up the selection of gift cards for up to 25% off 130 plus food and retail brands, including Southwest Airlines, Panera Bread, and AMC Theaters. Next up is Costco, number 7. When it comes to hefty savings on bulk items, Costco reigns supreme. In fact, when Newsweek teamed up with the market research firm Statista to determine America's best retailers of 2023, it earned the top spot among warehouse clubs. Plus, Costco has one of the strongest private brands perceptions people love, Kirkland, which offers everything from household supplies to frozen meals to clothing for the entire family. Costco is also one of the best places to buy meat in the country, says Lampert. They do more inspections than the whole federal government does for all the other supermarket chains. Customer-friendly perks are also a highlight. Costco has a generous return policy with a risk-free 100% satisfaction guarantee. And you can return almost anything, with some exceptions like electronics, at any time, no questions asked, including food you've already opened. Costco also honors its sale prices. If you notice that the price of something you bought has gone down within 30 days of your purchase, you can put in a request online to get the difference refunded. Here are more Costco secrets you need to know. You can look at that as well. Number 6 is the grocery outlet. When founder Jim Reed opened his very first store in 1946, he sold military surplus at steep discounts. Now the West Coast-based chain boasts more than 400 stores serving 1.5 million shoppers weekly, and it has never strayed from its original intent. To find the best deals on brand-name groceries, often 40 to 70% off list price, learn how to coupon and you could save even more on food. Customers seem to be flocking to the low prices. Net sales rose 12.5% in the second quarter of 2023, giving Grocery Outlet its first $1 billion in sales in one quarter, and the store is paying it forward. The company raised $3.9 million. the equivalent of 2 million in meals during its 2023 Independence from Hunger campaign. The Market Basket from Portland Press. New England-based, family-owned chain with 90 locations in 4 states, Market Basket is a competitively priced favorite for area shoppers who want to save money on their go-to groceries. And while devoted patrons appreciate the hard-to-beat prices, it's the overall shopping experience that keeps them coming back. A customer's first philosophy offers superior service, smooth operations, and consistent cleanliness. And each location features more than 52,000 items, including an assortment of international purveyors, as well as community-specific products. Shoppers can eat, drink, and hang out in the comfy store cafe seating area, complete with complimentary Wi-Fi and mounted televisions. And don't miss the impressive sushi department, where sushi chefs create specialty rolls and custom orders upon request. We'll continue on looking at more of the top 10 grocery chains that are the cheapest when we come back right after this.
Remember, Harry, it's Marion's first holiday turkey, not a word if it's dry.
It's her first turkey.
It won't be juicy.
What they don't know is Marion's first turkey is America's first turkey, Butterball. It's always juicy because it's specially deep basted, so every slice is moist and tender.
Juicy turkey, Marion.
I knew it would be.
After all, it's Butterball, also available fresh.
We're Beatrice.
We turkeys can't appreciate celebrating Thanksgiving by eating a turkey. We think you should go to a Carvel ice cream store and buy an ice cream turkey. Then we can all have a party with you.
Your participating Carvel ice cream store has Tom the turkey for Thanksgiving. And he's ready and beautiful. Or you want to send one to a friend? Use the toll-free number that you see here. We honor most major credit cards. And have a happy holiday, folks. Thank you.
Why not jazz up dinner tonight? With Zatarans, you snazz it up. Razzle-a-tazz it up. Jazz it up with Zatarans, red beans and rice from New Orleans. Rice it up, spice it up. It's all complete, just heat it up. Jazz it up with Zatarans, red beans and rice from New Orleans. With Zatarans, you speed it up. Your family will eat it up. In New Orleans, we jazz it up with Zatarans. Yeah, red beans and rice.
I haven't won any cooking contests. No ribbons for pies or awards for casseroles. Never been one for all that attention. If all my years in the kitchen have taught me anything, it's that when the right ingredients come together, it's magic. There's something about how each one brings its own special quality, its own piece of the puzzle. So, after all this time and all these years, you may ask, is it still worth it? Well, if all my years in this family have taught me anything, it's that when the right ingredients come together, it's magic.
Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
When it comes to great holiday pumpkin pies, there are no two ways about it. Mrs. Brinker's is Mrs. Smith's. And because, as she says, this is family, Mrs. Tonelli's pumpkin pie is always Mrs. Smith's. Mrs. Smith's pumpkin pie. Right from using pumpkins grown especially for us, they're made with exceptional care, which is precisely why even Mrs. Smith's pumpkin pie is Mrs. Smith's. For the holidays, every family's pie should be Mrs. Smith's.
Welcome back to DMS 3000 News Live. Episode 68 is in continuation. It is now hitting the second hour of our show. We're looking at the cheap grocery stores of 2023, the top 10 cheap grocery stores. Number 4 on the list is Lidl, or Lidl. Lidl. It stands out for its specialized service and premium products at an affordable price. The chain, which boasts 173 cheap grocery stores across 10 states on the East Coast, is dedicated to offering the best value possible, helping it rank 4th in Market Forces survey. Head here with your budget grocery list, but don't expect a massive variety of goods. Instead of everything under the sun, Lidl prides itself on serving up an expertly curated selection from local purveyors, regional farms, and European brands. It's also a great place to shop for prepared foods that make dinner time a cinch. And when you go into a Lidl, you'll likely be surprised by how great the prepared foods and the wines are, says Lempert. Beyond food, you'll find small kitchen appliances, gardening gear, power tools, and even toys. Winco Foods is number 3 on the list. They were founded in 1967 as a no-frills warehouse-style store with low prices, and it still maintains its exceptional value at its 135-plus locations. They have a unique positioning in the marketplace. They're all about value, but they've also done a great job on remodeling the stores, so you're not really giving up anything to be able to have those great prices. There are a few other standout factors that make it one of the best grocery stores. To start, Winco is employee-owned. The people who work at each store become part owners of the company. Anytime there's an employee-owned retailer, you'll find that the staff usually enjoys being there, explains Lempert. You're not going into a store where everyone hates working there, and that comes across to you as a shopper, he says. While year-round prices remain affordable at this 24-hour grocery store, you can also find coupons online, as well as a wall of values area. Find out the cheapest day of the week to shop, then plan your week around these savings. Another perk is a bulk bin food department with more than 800 items like rice, dried beans, pasta, and more, allows shoppers to buy as little or as much as they like. But when it's time to check out, be aware. As another effort to keep prices low, Winco Foods doesn't accept credit cards. Woodman's Markets is number 2, and they may be a small supermarket chain with only 19 stores across Wisconsin and Illinois, but its loyal shoppers love the store's sushi bar for nights when meal planning falls through. Well-stocked liquor store, online shopping services with pickup and delivery, and of course its prices. But maybe even more than that, locals love the store's iconic commercials featuring CEO Phil Woodman and his son Clint, touting the store's low prices. There's Packers football, and then there's the Woodman commercials. As far as most memorable experiences, former Green Bay Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers once said at a press conference. Wow. And then there's the huge variety of food items. The store even went viral in 2022 when a user on X, then Twitter, posted a minute-long clip showing the seemingly endless selections in the frozen pizzas aisle. We're known for our huge variety of items, and frozen pizza is one of the sections where there's just so many different suppliers, and we offer everything that anyone would want, says the elder Woodman. Each store stocks 50 pizza brands, taking up 600 square feet of space. And the number 1 cheapest grocery store in the entire country is, you guessed it, Aldi. More than any other store on this list, Aldi is the one to beat when it comes to cheap groceries, says Howard. Customers can save up to 50% off traditional supermarket prices and up to 30% off Walmart prices. But Aldi isn't just the leader among cheap grocery stores. It's also one of the most efficient stores, with customers able to get in and out quickly thanks to the fast checkout process. With more than 2,400 locations across 38 states and plans to open 120 more by the end of the year, it's also one of the fastest growing chains in the United States. Oof. Wow. And I, on that commentary, would like to say that as good as Aldi's is, I don't like Aldi's one bit. And I'll tell you why. Because half of the time they don't have the stuff that you want, because people are buying it up so fast that they can't stock it fast enough, even with the amount of time that's in there. There's really not a lot of choice. You are limited to what they have. You also have to bag your own groceries. which I think is ridiculous inconvenience. And they're getting rid of cashiers altogether, where it's going to be self-checkout lanes and your own bags as well. And then if you don't have your own bags, you're charged 10 cents per bag on top of that. Almost 20 cents per bag. Go into a Sprouts nowadays or what's the one? Fresh Market, and see that they're charging you now for a plastic bag 10 cents on top of your bill. Yes. So the cost of all of this for supermarket shopping and for Whole Food stuff is getting ridiculous, folks. It's all going to be automated, and those who have jobs in those fields will lose them eventually due to some other sort of technology coming in. It's unfortunate, but that's the way the future goes. And if that's the way they want it, they got it. But those are your top 10 cheap grocery stores for 2023. Now, let's look at a new study. This is the number 1 most affordable city in America here. Yes, this is by Jaime Stathis. Was updated just about a month ago, just a week ago, October 30th, 2023. Forget the big cities on the coast. The cheapest places to live are in the heart of America. If daily Zillow browsing has left you with a serious case of sticker shock, you're not alone. With sky-high inflation and average home prices higher than ever, it's tough to determine the best place to live in the United States. That dream of a seaside cottage? Let's just say even the most affordable beach towns are looking a little out of reach. And that's why so many of us are on the hunt for the cheapest places to live in America. Thankfully, someone crunched the data to determine just that. In a recent report, financial services company Empower revealed the most affordable U.S. cities for working adults. And if you're looking for a great place to move without breaking the bank, read on for the cities you'll want to call home. So what factors determine the cheapest places to live? Well, to figure out the cheapest places to live in the United States, Empower analyzed 113 U.S. cities across multiple categories. The team took into consideration median rent and home prices, the average income of residents, cost of living, and employment rates. And after giving each city a score, the team ranked them from most to least affordable. Unsurprisingly, some of the cheapest places to live are in the South and Midwest, while coastal cities, think New York and San Diego, remain on the pricier end of the scale. So what is the most affordable city for working adults? Well, after crunching the numbers, Empower determined that Sioux Falls, South Dakota, is the #1 most affordable U.S. city for working adults. According to Realtor.com, whose data Empower used in its study, the median home listing price in this city was $340,000 in September of this year. The cost of living here is below the national average, which means your dollar will go further in Sioux Falls than, say, San Francisco. And if that's not enough to lure you to South Dakota's largest city, know that the Empower study also looked at the best places to retire and named Sioux Falls the 3rd most affordable city for retirees. So what makes Sioux Falls so special? Well, the quality of life we enjoy here in Sioux Falls feels unmatched to other communities I have lived in and visited, says Maggie Miller, who's a realtor who has lived in the area since 2008. We have a strong sense of community, excellent healthcare facilities, and a low cost of living overall. Our city parks and green spaces are amazing, including over 80 parks and 3,178 acres of public use space and a 29-mile paved recreational trail. The Big Sioux River runs right through the heart of downtown and provides a beautiful landscape for our growing city. And Miller isn't alone in recognizing the city's charms. Sioux Falls has welcomed more than 6,000 new residents per year for the past 2 years, according to its city data. But despite its growing popularity, this small city remains an affordable place to settle down. Overall, the cost of housing is staying in line with wages that South Dakota residents are earning, and housing demands are being met, says Miller, who has witnessed a number of local real estate trends and cycles since becoming a realtor in 2009. When I asked my out-of-state clients why they were moving here from other states, they told me they wanted to live somewhere where there is no state income tax, low property taxes, a lower cost of living, and somewhere that felt more safe and secure for themselves and their families. And while she's quick to point out the benefits of living in South Dakota, especially for entrepreneurs, Miller acknowledges the biggest downsides. The harsh winters can be brutal. Yeah, but she still believes Sioux Falls is one of the best places to live, especially for working adults. What other cities rank as the most affordable? Well, if Sioux Falls sounds too snowy for you, don't worry. Empower drew up a list of the 10 cheapest places to live. So you have options. Sioux Falls is number 1. Springfield, Illinois, number 2. Number 3 is Wichita, Kansas. 4, Virginia Beach, Virginia. 5, Des Moines, Iowa. Number 6 is Oklahoma City. 7, Lincoln, Nebraska. 8, Anchorage, Alaska. 9, Omaha, Nebraska. And 10, McAllen, Texas. Well, what makes Springfield shine? Well, one of the reasons Springfield, Illinois came in second in Empower's study is that as the state capital, it offers 17,000 state government jobs, and that's in addition to an already robust job market. Ryan McCready, who is president and chief executive officer of the Springfield Sangamon Growth Alliance, reports more jobs than workers. Many government workers retired early during the pandemic, which has been a contributing factor. McCready says that the average hourly wage in the Springfield metropolitan area is up $30. That's up from $24.54 an hour in 2019. And according to Realtor.com, the median listing price for homes in Springfield is $149,900 as of September 2023. Considering the average salary in Springfield was $64,085 as of October of this year, you can see why this community is an excellent place for working adults. Another thing that makes this Midwestern city a great place to move to is the vibrant arts and cultural scene. The Hogland Center is for Arts is an 80,000 square foot building that houses 3 theatrical spaces, a dance studio, an art gallery, a dining room, and a banquet space. And the Springfield Art Association hosts 2 art galleries, both open to the public, free of charge, plus an art school, a Lincoln-era history house, museum, and a calendar full of events for all ages. Springfield is best known for being the home of our 16th president, Abraham Lincoln, and it's also where former President Barack Obama started his political career. Though it's a self-contained city with an airport, Springfield is also in close range to bigger cities such as St. Louis, Chicago, and Indianapolis. We'll be right back.
He's beautiful.
Why, thank you.
Oh, Rosie, I got my baby's first pictures. Look.
Oh, cute. The baby's first spill.
Quick, Rosie, my pictures.
Relax. Bounty's so fast it gets spilled before they get away.
That was fast.
Bounty's the quicker picker-upper. Take a look. See how much faster Bounty soaks up liquid? The other towel pushes it along and lets it get away.
Bounty is quicker.
And it's tough. Look. Now, even with cleanser, you can scrub with Bounty.
That's one tough towel.
Mm-hmm. And this is one beautiful baby. She must take after her father. Bounty's the quicker picker-upper. Get spilled before they get away.
This is not what you want in a shave. Now you've got the edge. This is the shave with 6 rich lubricants. This is the shave that reduces irritation. This is the shave. For less irritation, you've got the edge. Edge Soothing Aftershave. Alcohol is out. Aloe is in.
Mamma mia, that's some species. Cut spicy meatballs, Jack. Sorry. Take 28. Out, Tony. And action. Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball. Cut. What was the matter with that? The accent. Huh. Cut. Cut. Micey, micey, bossy, ballsy. Cut. Take 59. And action. Jack.
Sometimes you eat more than you should. And when it's spicy besides, Mamma Mia, do you need Alka-Seltzer? Alka-Seltzer can help unstuff you, relieve the acid indigestion, and help make you your old self again.
Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball. Cut. Okay, let's break for lunch.
Attention, Keebler. I'm looking for a few good cookies.
You'll love our EL Fudge sandwich cookies.
They're shaped like elves. Don't you guys take cookie making seriously?
Yes, sir, very seriously.
Present Fudge About Face. Excellent. Carry on, Keebler.
As you were, fellas.
Keebler EL Fudge. 3 delicious sandwich cookies in elf shapes.
Fun shapes.
Sensation in her blue jeans, a touch of temptation, if you know what I mean. Making me crazy till I'm just about gone. Is it what she's got going or what she's got on? Sensation.
Available at Williams Department Stores, BJ's Clothing, and Don's Fashions for the family.
Look at that. They're tormenting us, Tom Tom. They're eating that delectable Panda Express Beijing beef right in front of us while we're stuck here with this bamboo.
Well, that is completely uncalled for. You people are lame.
You're lame.
I say we turn our backs and protest.
I'm with you, pal.
Introducing Panda's new Beijing beef. Crispy strips of marinated beef with a tangy sweet and spicy sauce. It just might be our tastiest dish yet, and it's only at Panda Express.
Talk to the backside, people.
Well, we have one more article before the end of our show today, because considering the fact that we had a little change in the goods of the articles today, we'll have more great stuff for you tomorrow as well on episode 69 of DMS 3000 News Live. The final article for today is McDonald's is making a major change that may leave diners thirsty. Kirsten Hickman updated this article back in September of this year. The fast food giant announced it's ditching its self-serve drink stations. Here's when it's happening, plus more must-know information about the change. If your idea of the best fast food beverage combines McDonald's Coke with a little bit of McDonald's Sprite, we have some bad news for you. Mixing your own soda concoctions will soon be a thing of the past at your favorite fast food joint. The self-serve beverage station is entering the realm of the things you won't find at McDonald's anymore. Nope, this isn't another McDonald's rumor. It's a cold, hard fact first reported by the State Journal-Register in Springfield, Illinois. The fast food giant recently confirmed the news, stating that all McDonald's U.S. restaurants will be phasing out their self-service beverage stations. This change is intended to create a consistent experience for both customers and crew across all ordering points. Whether that's the McDelivery, the app, kiosk, drive-thru, or our in-restaurant, the company told USA Today in a recent statement. So what exactly does this mean for customers, and when will the machines officially be gone? Read on for everything you need to know. When is this change happening? Well, in an aim to create a more seamless dining experience, McDonald's has committed to ditching its self-service beverage stations nationwide. As the company reasons, workers are already pouring drinks for customers in the drive-thru line. They may as well pour drinks for dining guests too. You still have a few more years to grab your own drinks at McDonald's, but by 2032, all the fast food chains' U.S. locations will be free of these self-serve machines, and many restaurants have already ditched them. Several franchise owners confirmed the transition to a staff pour system in interviews with the State Journal-Register. What can you expect once the change takes effect? Reactions to this latest McDonald's change have been mixed. With some happy customers zeroing in on the fact that self-serve beverage stations are typically a mess, relying on a staff station that may be cleaned more often could be more hygienic, they say. But not everyone is a fan, though. The move may create a more consistent experience, but it also upsets two major reasons customers love to dine in at the burger chain. The prospect of losing these perks has irked longtime McDonald's fans. Free refills aren't going away. McDonald's says refills will be allowed for customers who ask, but as customers point out, refilling drinks will be more disruptive with this change. You'll have to wait in line for a refill, slowing you down and causing delays for the fast food employees working hard to serve meals within that speedy 5-minute average the chain is known for. The claim that this will make things more convenient is so much corporate PR speak, writes Reddit user project number 4090. Me having to wait in line for a refill and people in line to order food having to wait for me to get a refill is not more convenient than me walking up to a soda dispenser and getting the refill myself. Without the stations, customers may not be able to enjoy the experience of mixing and matching drink combos. Although McDonald's says this allows too much variation in the overall beverage experience, customers are already saying that they'll miss this particular perk. My favorite drink is Coke with a shot of orange Fanta, writes Reddit user The Quarantinian. Guess that'll be the thing of the past. Whether soda combos will be an option with the behind-the-counter setup remains to be seen. What is Coke going to do with all those fancy dispensers that allow customers to choose from a bunch of flavors and mix as they please? Asks Reddit user project number 4090. Are the restaurant employees going to keep using those and indulge every customer's whims? Or are those going to end up in landfills because restaurants are getting rid of self-serve? You have inflation to thank for the latest price of news, or the piece of news. McDonald's is ditching the dollar drinks. Yeah, the cold drinks deal began as a summertime special in 2008 and has been promoted as a year-round feature since 2017. But now, according to the Wall Street Journal, multiple McDonald's restaurants around the country have stopped promoting the dollar drinks. They have raised drink prices and are advertising the value menu instead. The okay to get rid of the dollar drinks promotion came down from McDonald's corporate in January. With rising food prices, McDonald's isn't the only fast food joint raising prices or dropping popular promos. Chick-fil-A, Wendy's, and Taco Bell, for instance, have also raised their prices. So is dining in a fast food joint a thing of the past? Well, though McDonald's cites consistency as the driving force behind the drinking station change, diner use may also factor into the decision. The phasing out of self-service beverage stations is a sign of our post-COVID-19 times. Fewer people are sitting down for a meal at McDonald's, which means fewer people need to fill their own drinks. And this runs parallel with consumer trends in the fast food industry as a whole. Between February 2020 and 2022, delivery orders increased by 116%, drive-thru grew by 20%, and ordering online increased by 117%. With fewer people dining in at fast food restaurants, companies are taking advantage of artificial intelligence to create a speedier, more consistent experience with a focus on the much-used drive-thru. And major chains are already on board. McDonald's is testing out artificial intelligence-powered ordering at the drive-thru, as are Wendy's, Panera Bread, Carl's Jr., Hardee's, Popeyes, and more. So is the removal of self-service beverage stations simply the first step in phasing out dine-in fast food joints? Well, that remains to be seen. And though some customers are sounding the alarm, a drive-thru only restaurant isn't accessible for people who don't have cars, they say. Fast food restaurants with the ability to eat in will be gone in 10 years, writes Reddit user Just a Kid from Flint. It's unbelievably unfair to those who don't have vehicles. During COVID, I wasn't able to get food at a lot of places. No lobby open, even for walk-in. No walking to the window. And while metropolitan areas will likely have locations with dine-in seating, given that many residents of big cities don't have cars, many fast food establishments in rural areas are foregoing the usual dining experience. McDonald's is already testing this model with its Cos MC's restaurant, which follows an express model and offers an only drive-through and carry-out services. Wow. Kirsten Hickman is a journalist and content strategist with a main focus on nutrition, health, and wellness coverage. Thank you, Kirsten. Well, that's going to do it for us today on this edition of DMS 3000 News Live, episode 68. Couple things I want to mention to you. I always said this about McDonald's. I used to like you as a kid growing up. Great prices, great food, cheap, great toys for the Happy Meals and everything. And as I got older, I realized that McDonald's was not only the only place to go to get a good burger these days, but you look at the prices of simple food from McDonald's, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, that sort of thing, and you're still spending $10 to get a decent meal. But I went to Burger King over here by me, the one in Winter Springs. Great place to go. Great staff, know them real well. Sit there and once a week I'll have a lunch there. Cost me about the same amount, but I'll tell you what, you get more bang for your buck, more food. And I, of course, use my coupons as well, too, because I frequently go in there at least once a week to get, like 2 chicken sandwiches and 2 French fries for this amount, or buy one, get one free. Whatever the case may be, they're still much more reasonably priced than McDonald's, and I think Burger King's making a comeback. So keep in mind that Burger King may at one time have had a downslide in customer service, but they're getting much better. And I think considering that their prices are just about as equal as McDonald's, the food is much more quality-wise, much better than McDonald's ever had. All right, and let's also look at the final thing of today, the motivation of the day. Let's take a look at that. This is, of course, from our friend Ralph Marston. This is for today, November 7th, 2023. And his title of today's daily motivator is Add Life to Life. This day, this situation beckons you to add life to your life. Now is when you step forward to satisfy the stirrings of your soul. Adventure is not some distant concept. It begins wherever you are. The moment you act from the truth of who you are and all you love. Challenges and complications get in the way, and they're all part of the experience. They provide ample opportunity to deepen your commitment and to sweeten the rewards. You transform your life into a meaningful endeavor, 1 hour at a time. And here now is another golden hour with which you can bring enduring value into existence. It's tempting to decline that opportunity, to wrap yourself in the comfort of doing nothing, yet so much more is possible. You deserve all the richness you're capable of creating and experiencing. As time moves forward, choose to move forward with it, always adding new life to life. And there you have it, folks. Another great motivation of the day. And as always, have a great day, a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow for another great edition of DMS 3000 News Live. And don't forget, tomorrow night, I'm going to be with the gang for Wipe Those Tears, episode number 10, as we continue our look at the NES games of all time. My guest tomorrow will be Gianni Pizzi and Brandon Bogard, and our special guest filling in for Mark Liotta, who's in California right now, enjoying his vacation. Jordy Skull will be with us, so that should be fun. We'll see all of those guys tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. We hope you will join us then for that edition of Wipe Those Tears. From all of us here at the David 3000 Network, I'm Jason DeCanio. Remember, be honest, be real, and keep it simple, stupid. Kiss. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Don't forget to subscribe to the David 3000 Network for great more content like this one.